These teams... like to get into the half court stand. They like to play at their pace.
Yeah, and there's not many teams like that anymore, but it's all about the details and execution for these teams to maximize their possessions.
So a look at our starters for Orlando. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. Goga Batadze is out there with Jonathan Isaac. And it's Ben Carroll in at the small forward. Now here's Ben Carroll. Right wing. Caldwell-Pope for three. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers. I asked him how he plans to slow down Paolo Banchero, and coach told me, look, he's an all-star, so you've got to guard him with your whole team. He's big, he's strong, he can punish you down low, but he's also quick and has the ability to beat you on the perimeter. They'll have to be disciplined tonight, B.A.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. For three, here's Lillard, and another three for Milwaukee.
A genuine sniper from downtown. Lillard's confidence is what makes him so dangerous.
Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
Tipped! Oh, and a fast break for the Bucks. Sims, the pass to Kuzma. Over to the left wing. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Kept alive. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Caldwell-Pope. Lillard can't get it to go.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Suggs outside. Driving in. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Big but quick. Suggs so powerful off the drive.
Antetokounmpo surveys. Jackson the screen. And the Bucks miss again.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Here's Banchero, and he drives in.
Oh, so ferocious on the drive. I mean, have to be impressed watching Banchero just throw it down.
Jackson outside. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Suggs. For three, here's Lillard. And again, it's the Bucks missing.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
The three from Banchero hits the trifecta. Banchero's got 5 points.
You know, I know some would like to see Banchero increase his shooting range, especially since he doesn't have a solid shot from behind the arc.
Lillard outside. The teardrop gets it to go. His second make in 6 tries.
Inside, Lillard can deliver. He's a skilled finisher.
Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade. Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Orlando leading by 3. Suggs outside. On the wing, Isaac. Picked by Isaac. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Just 5 on the clock. From the arc. The rebound by Sims. 2-for-1 opportunity here.
Hey, if I'm in their shoes, I go for it.
The offensive rebound. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
Suggs with it. Jackson in his pocket. Suggs against Jackson. Right side, Caldwell Pope. There's the triple. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Lillard up top. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Magic up 1. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Magic.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
On the court for Orlando, the Wagner brothers on the floor. Franz at the 3, Mo in the middle. Then it's Cole Anthony, and it's De Silva in at the 4.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut. Rock-solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look for him.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Pass to Prince. And we played through the first minute here in the second. Picked by Prince. Trent for 3. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Wagner with a screen on Portis. Offline with a 3. And so Trent will bring it up for the Bucks. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Pass to Lopez. Lopez, the screen. Here's Portis. Here's Prince. Right side, Porter. Over Anthony. And it's Porter. That time on the assist from Prince. Porter's got his first points of the game.
And shots like this help Porter Jr. get into a rhythm. Connecting off the catch only helps his confidence.
Milwaukee foul. Taurean Prince. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Wagner. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. From behind the arc. Drops in the 3.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Trent outside. And the shot goes. And the Bucks lead by 3.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Wagner with a screen on Prince. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier. Offensively.
Yeah, they've also started out on fire from mid-range. We'll see if they continue to that approach as the game goes on.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
This Magic team is making moves in the East. Star forward Paolo Banchero said, "We're a lot more competitive. We know we're talented. We can play with anybody, and we've proven it. Just one game at a time." Brian?
Got to take that simple approach. A team on the rise, Allie. Thank you. Trent's shot is off.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Prince against Wagner. with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is. Trent from long range. That shot off. Orlando leading. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense.
Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. They set a pick. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Orlando shooting their second and third shots at the line here. The first one falls. And Anthony drops them both. There's a minute 12 left to play in the first half. The drive by Porter. And then Porter with the dunk.
And how fun is it watching Porter Jr. punch it in, leaving no room for error on the drive.
Wagner for three. Sinks it from distance. Wagner's got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, it's a three-point shooting lead. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
On the wing, Porter. Prince, a screen on Anthony. Pass to Prince. The three. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. Prince has got his first 3 points of the game.
And wanting to elevate his playmaking skills, Porter Jr. continues to impress with his passing ability.
Here's De Silva, defended by Portis. De Silva, no good. Milwaukee has gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Trent, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
And both free throws good for Wagner. Outside Porter. Out to the right wing. Lopez for three. And another three for Milwaukee. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Bucks ahead, leading by just 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. When you look at Franz Wagner, what a contribution.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Damian Lillard out there with Jackson. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Sims in at the center position. That's Doc Rivers 5 as we get into the second half. And Caldwell Pope gets it to go. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there are so many great players, Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
Into the lane. Pass to Suggs. 5 on the clock. The Magic need to put one up here. For 3, Caldwell Pope. The rebound by Sims. And so Jackson Jr. will bring it up for the Bucks. Inside, Caldwell Pope with it. Guarded by Antetokounmpo. Matase can't hit. And the Bucks shooting 46%, a decent average so far. Pass to Sims. They set the pick. Here's Lillard. They get the rebound. Jackson outside. Lillard against Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Antetokounmpo can't connect. The Magic have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Now here's Isaac. Here's Banchero. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Picked by Isaac. Pass to Batase. Three-pointer. Back to Caldwell Pope. Second chance shot. Chalk up 2 there. Caldwell Pope's got 4 points this quarter. The Bucks have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Lillard passes to Sims, and Kentavious Caldwell Pope picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Lillard looking around. They still need this. The kick out to Kuzma. The 3 is up. Counted from distance. Kuzma's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Suggs with it. He's picked up by Lillard. Suggs, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Back to Suggs. Batase with a screen. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. Suggs has got 6.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Here's Lillard. Oh, great work by Lillard in the paint.
Yeah, it looks so delicate coming off his fingertips. Lillard's floater is a lethal one.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And it's a completely new group for the Bucks. Here's Black, guarded by Trent. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. Black's gotten his first points in this one. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
Prince, the pass to Trent. Outside for Porter. Here's the 3. He can't hit that time. Orlando has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Anthony with it. Now Porter defending. Anthony, the pass to Wagner. Back to Anthony. Wagner outside. Just 5 to shoot. Good on the shot. And now a 3-point Magic lead.
And you look at how they've come out in the second half. It's almost like night and day.
Yeah, you can see it in the hustle stats. These guys have come out with a different mindset and seem much more motivated here in the second half.
Fires in the triple. He's got 10. For Orlando, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Black. Rejected by Lopez.
Just an effective shot blocker. Lopez using all of that 7 feet, and he does a great job of picking his spots.
Pass to Wagner. 1 second left. On the take. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Tie game in Milwaukee. And time to step away quickly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for the Magic, the Wagner brothers on the floor. Franz at the 3, Mo in the middle. Then there's Anthony, and it's De Silva in at the 4.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Porter, the pass to Lopez. Lopez, the screen. Here's Portis for 3. And again, it's Milwaukee from deep.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Milwaukee leading by 4. outside Porter. Pass to Lopez. Portis outside. Here's Prince. Portis a screen. 4 on the clock. Again, Milwaukee. Here's Black. Wagner with a screen on Trent to the middle. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move. He's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Brook Lopez. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Milwaukee.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
Yeah, another thing you notice are all the assists. The ball just has energy, and everyone is getting involved.
For 3, here's Lillard. Orlando grabs the miss. Wagner's got 4 rebounds now. Orlando again missing. Milwaukee leading by 3. Pass to Sims. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
The Magic making a switch here. Bataze's checked in. Lillard against Suggs. Lillard outside. Beyond the arc. And again, it's the Bucks missing. Magic trail by 3. Here's Suggs. Oh, powered down with both hands.
Man, Suggs can really move. And once he sees he has a clear path, he launches up for the dunk.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
They now take the lead. And the Magic lead by 2. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Suggs. And Lillard, here we go. And it's blocked by Isaac.
We talk about Isaac's reach often, and they're using it to send the shot back.
And the shot goes down. And now a 4-point Magic lead.
Great find, leading his teammate right to the bucket.
Lillard with the ball. Now guarded by Isaac. There's a screen. Antetokounmpo, pass to Sims. Kuzma for 3. It's rebounded by Bataze. Bataze's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That's his first foul of the game. The Bucks making a switch here. Prince is checked in. Jackson against Suggs. Driving inside. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
And Giannis with the jam.
And I love the balance for Lillard between scoring and passing. That time finding his teammate for the great look.
Here's Suggs. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Putting this team on his back. I love seeing Suggs take charge like this.
Pass to Jackson. Out to Lillard. 1:06 left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. And he sinks it. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And I like the shot selection. Suggs recognizes when to look to score inside.
Lillard against Suggs. There's a screen. Fires for 3. Cash. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within 1.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
The 3 from Suggs. And connects from downtown.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Lillard passes to Prince. Screen by Antetokounmpo. He connects! And that one brings him within 1.
When you look at how they've come out in the second half, it's almost like night and day.
Yeah, you can see it in the hustle stat. These guys have come out with a different mindset and seem much more motivated here in the second half.
So he gets them both, and it's a three-point game.
Couldn't have asked for anything better there. Only a three can tie it now.
Pass to Trent. And he commits the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Trent from long range. Misses the tray. From deep three-point land. Off the mark. So it's the Magic taking the W in a close one. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
RJ, they have rosters filled with veteran players.
I was on a few teams like this, Kevin, and it's just great for the locker room. Guys are usually willing to accept their roles and understand how to win.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Embiid is out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's George. Then there's Lowry. And it's Grimes in a two-guard. Here's Lillard. Down low. Shoots a fader. Antetokounmpo, no good.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Now here's Embiid. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
With the league's 65-game rule, Joel Embiid might have trouble making another All-NBA team.
Yeah, he's only reached that 65-game mark twice in his career. But he's still a lock to make the Hall of Fame, Kevin, because of how dominant he is when he plays. And look, he's already got an MVP.
Now Lillard, Paul George missing from long range. There's the three. Damian Lillard, and that's good.
A downright lethal three-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
The 76ers again can't hit it. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Got that one up quick.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
For Philadelphia, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And here's George for 3. Another miss by Philadelphia.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Lillard surveying the D. Puts up a deep 3. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Lowry kicks to George. Outside for Lowry. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Can't let Lowry get comfortable from beyond the arc because he's more than capable of hurting you from there.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Alden.
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. You have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him. You have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you. Three-pointer, Lillard. Lillard again missing.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Back to Embiid. Beyond the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. Embiid's got 6.
That's just not fair. 7-footers like Embiid with that size, they aren't supposed to shoot like that.
Antetokounmpo, no good. Philadelphia leading by 5. Lowry passes to George. Offensive rebound. Outside for Lowry. Embiid with a screen on Lillard. Lowry from outside. It's hauled in by Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Jackson from long range. And again, the Bucks miss. The 76ers shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Embiid. 6 points for him. Right wing from downtown. That's good from Lowry on the assist by Embiid. He has 6.
And those reflexes never let Lowry down. He was primed for that shot.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Now here is Lowry. George with the ball. Lillard picks him up. The shot by Lowry, no good.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Kuzma outside. Kept alive. Back to Lillard. Bucket is good.
And providing the support, boy, they needed. That stops a 12-0 run by the Sixers.
Now here's Embiid. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Over to the left wing. The wide open look here for Kuzma. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And he's what I call a prepared shooter. With strong fundamentals, Kuzma is a capable threat from the perimeter.
George looking over the floor. And that one released in time, but no good. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Philadelphia?
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
We've got Prince. Portis is out there with Brook Lopez. Then it's Gary Trent. And it's Porter in at the point guard. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks.
Smart pass from the quick-thinking Maxey. Outstanding at finding uncovered teammates.
Portis sets the pick for Trent. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Trent's got 5 now.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Prince, the pass to Portis. Prince setting a pick for Portis. The kick out to Lopez. The alley-oop. Maxey with the block. Here's McCain. Defended by Trent. McCain's shot is off. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. They trail by 1. Trent gets the bucket.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Pass to McCain. Lets it go with the 3. Here's Bona. Outside Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Portis for 3. Prince looking around. And it's Trent in the corner. Prince the screen. Trent passes to Portis. Launches it. And it's Bona with the rebound. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Here's McCain. The 76ers with another miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Outside Portis. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback. Bona's got it all tied up now for the 76ers.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Snatched up. Out to Edwards. Fires from way outside. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Drills it from outside.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
And here's Maxey after the three-pointer from Bobby Portis. Edwards a screen on Trent. At the elbow, Edwards. Here's McCain. Defended by Trent. For 3, Edwards gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Porter kicks to Portis. This one for 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Bona's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Edwards. Outside, Maxey. Pass to McCain. Second shot opportunity. Oubre, no one around him. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltender.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Lopez sets a screen for Trent. Drains the three-pointer. Trent's got 11 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
McCain's shot is off. And it's Trent in the corner. Lopez sets a screen for Trent. And another three for Milwaukee.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Gary Trent Jr. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Lowry. Then it's George. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Giannis with the fadeaway. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Giannis has got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Bucks. George with the screen on Lillard. Lowry passes to George. Going inside, and then George with the jam.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Joel Embiid talks about leading his team. He said, I've been guarded so many different ways, I feel like I've seen everything, and I know how to attack everything. For me, it's all about how do I bring everyone along with me. You can't win alone. It's just about playing together and involving everybody. Kevin?
And you've got to involve everybody. All right, DA, thanks. Milwaukee leading by 3. They set the pick. Jackson passes to Sims. Fader on the way. Rebound by the 76ers.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
Here's Embiid. Embiid powers it down.
So much strength from Embiid. It would take a special defender to slow him down.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's picked up by Drummond. Boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
The 76ers trail by 3. Outside, George. Lowry a screen on Jackson. George dishes to Lowry. Pass to Grimes. For the tie. Milwaukee with the rebound. Kuzma's got his 4th rebound in this one. Lowry against Lillard. Fires the 3. Now here's Kuzma. Off target with his 3. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And George, here we go. And they'll get another chance. Embiid with a screen on Kuzma. Embiid, the pass to Grimes. That's in, coming off the assist from Embiid. Embiid's got 3 assists now in this one. They set the pick. Lillard from outside. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 6 rebounds now in the game. George, that's a 2-pointer. Cans the shot with nobody near him. George has got 6 here in this quarter.
A ferocious player in transition. George takes full advantage of the fast break when given the opportunity.
Here's Sims. He has yet to score. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
Now Lillard. Paul George missing from long range. Lillard, the pass to Kuzma. And oh, here we go. Lowry's got the fast break chance. Out to the right wing. There's 57 seconds left to play in the third. And Drummond throws it down.
Once Drummond gets the ball there, you can kiss it goodbye.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A new lineup here for the Bucks. From deep, Trent knocks down the 3-ball. Trent's got 17.
And the three-point shot has just been money so far tonight.
The 76ers trail. Pass to McCain. Edwards with the screen. For the 3. Rebounded by the Bucks.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Philadelphia's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The tray. The offensive rebound. Outside, Maxey. Here's McCain. For 3, Edwards. Misses the tray. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Bucks lead by 2. And we'll have the start of the... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this one?
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Brook Lopez. Portis is out there with Taurean Prince. Then it's Porter. And it's Trent in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the 76ers?
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And another area they've separated themselves has been their three-point shooting, making the defense pay for any airspace.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Taurean Prince. And it's Jackson in for Trent. And finished off by Porter.
Serious hops from Porter on that one, slamming it down with authority.
And stolen by Kuzma. Jackson looking it over from outside the arc. And it's Bona with the rebound. Bona's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Pass to McCain. Shot clock at 6. Outside Edwards. They set the pick. 3-pointer. Porter pulls it in.
They came close there to tying it up.
You love the intensity out there right now. Close game, both teams leaving it all out there. And that's on the defense there. Gotta know the scouting report and understand that he loves his shot.
Back to Edwards. To end the run. And Edwards slams it in.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
A stop or two in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep that in.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Back to Maxey. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And Edwards with the stuff.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Kuzma with the screen for Portis. Pass to Porter. And there's the foul. It's on Justin Edwards. That's his first foul. Substitution on the floor. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Giannis a screen on Lowry. And a deep 3 from Lillard. Rebound by Joel Embiid.
Another miss from him, struggling to find his rhythm.
George against Prince. Good on that shot. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from George.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
Trent with the wide open look. And the Bucks miss again.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Maxey. It's George on the wing to take the lead. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Prince outside. It's stolen by Lowry. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. No good from outside. Bucks have gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. There's a screen. On deep, Trent, and the rejection by Embiid.
The timing on the rejection, Embiid's feel for when to go after blocks is ridiculous.
Hands it from downtown. Now it's a 5-point 76ers lead.
The guy you want to have the ball. Embiid, this man is a superstar.
Prince setting a pick for Trent. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Trent's got 20.
And the crowd is loving this long-range bomb attack that we're seeing here tonight, coming right back to answer a 3 with one of their own.
Sweet move. Giannis grabs the miss.
When he's got the ball, those inside looks are usually money. Despite the miss, they should keep going to that.
Lowry finds Maxey. Lowry deciding where to go with it here. Jacks up a 3. Sings with the rebound. And so it's Milwaukee now. Trent outside. Screen by Giannis. Pulls up. It counts. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Trent against Maxey. Outside, George. Kicks it out to Maxey. Back to George. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. They've got Lowry. Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's George, and it's Maxey in at the guard position.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Milwaukee. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's his first foul. Antetokounmpo against Embiid. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And we've seen Giannis elevate his scoring ability over time. Great bucket there.
Here's Maxey. And he banks in the layup. Maxey's got the game tied up here for the 76ers.
And challenging the bigger defender coming through in the biggest moment.
You love the relentlessness. Wasn't going to give up a chance for a big play.
Trent. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Drummond's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Lowry for 3. Traps in the tray. And now it's a 3-point 76ers lead.
And that's Lowry's shot right there. Always looking to capitalize from that range.
Antetokounmpo with the bucket. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 so far in their 3-point attempts in overtime. Maxey kicks to George. And it's George finishing it off.
And we know George can score from all 3 levels, which is why he's capable of catching fire.
3-pointer, Lillard, and the 3-ball is good.
Proof positive that Lillard is working. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Embiid is just too strong inside. Here's Giannis. And Lillard kicks to Trent. Back to Lillard. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Lowry against Lillard. Pulls from the top of the key. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Bounce pass Embiid. Lowry against Lillard. Here's Maxey. Takes it inside. George with no one around. A three-pointer no good. On offense here, the Bucks trailing by 2. Prince the pass to Trent. Offline with his 3. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Here's Portis. Money!
And look at that work inside. Recognized the mismatch and took advantage.
Here's Lowry. Outside for George. At the buzzer!
That is how you finish it. Yeah. Down it goes at the buzzer.
Thanks so much, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
And the Magic start out with a ball. Here are the 5 for Philadelphia. They've got Andre Drummond. Joel Embiid is out there with Paul George. Then it's Kyle Lowry, and it's Grimes in at the 2. And the Magic surprising many league-wide, Clark, with how they've broken through.
And the way they're winning, I might add. I mean, rugged physical defense is their identity and calling card. Not necessarily what you expect to see from a young team, B.A.
Jumps up. Oh, man, Carroll throws it down.
Boy, you look at Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He is a wonderful defender, and you really got to admire the way he positions himself to come up with these steals.
That one goes in.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Suggs. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Philadelphia grabs the miss.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Isaac with the steal. Pass to Banchero. Takes a 3. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
You know, I know some would like to see Banchero increase his shooting range, especially since he doesn't have a solid shot from behind the arc.
Lowry to pass to Grimes. Screen by Embiid. Lowry against Caldwell-Pope. Deflects the pass. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that'll be Philadelphia's ball as it goes out of bounds. Sixers able to keep the possession. Clock at 4. Here's George.
Really good contest from Suggs right there. Nice job distracting the shooter.
On the wing, Caldwell-Pope. The 3 from Banchero. And another 3 for Orlando.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Now here's Caldwell-Pope. Isaac with a screen on Lowry. Oh, they get a hand on it. Drummond with the ball. Now guarded by Suggs. Down low. Here's Grimes. Out to Lowry. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Isaac. Magic leading by 6. Suggs outside. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now here's George. Will it go? He takes it in. And the jam by George.
Great speed displayed by George on his way to the bucket. Devastating to the defense with those dunking skills of his.
And Kentavious Caldwell-Pope picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Here's Lowry. Kicks it to George. A minute 35 left in the first quarter here. Back to Lowry. Kicks it to George. For 3. They get it again. Back to Lowry. 3-pointer. That one falls. Coming off a Drummond feed.
A little role reversal here for Lowry. Typically, Kyle is the one setting others up.
Suggs, the pass to Caldwell-Pope. Here's Banchero. 4-3. Pure from 3-point range. Banchero's got 11 points.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
Suggs outside. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity to three-point play. That's on Joel Embiid. One thing this team loves about Jalen Suggs, he is one tough guard, Clark.
Hey, he was the state football player of the year in high school. And you don't just forget about how to be tough when you've done what he's done on the gridiron. And it translates extremely well to the hardwood. I think he's one of the better on-ball defenders in the league right now.
He buries it from three.
And Embiid does have this range. I mean, it's something the defense has to respect.
Natase with a screen. Caldwell Pope for three. Sinks the tray.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Paolo Banchero getting it done for Orlando. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Magic.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
Yeah, on top of that, they've been resourceful defensively, generating scoring opportunities by forcing turnovers.
The Wagner brothers on the floor. Franz at the three, Mo in the middle. Then there's Anthony, and it's De Silva in at the four. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. Here's McCain. He's guarded by Anthony. The three is up. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Pass to McCain. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
76ers trail by 5. Outside Edwards. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played.
A bit undersized, his hops make him a legit small ball four.
Anthony, the pass to Wagner. And the call will be against Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. The defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Wagner with a screen. The Magic need to put one up here. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
McCain. Off the mark there with a three. Orlando leading by 5. For three, Anthony. And it's Bona with a rebound. Philadelphia has gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Pass to McCain. From outside the arc. Knocks it down from distance. McCain's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Here's Black. Here's De Silva. All alone. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Oubre passes to Edwards. This one for three. No luck on that one. The Magic have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Wagner with a screen on Edwards. Here's Anthony. And once again, off the mark by Orlando. The 76ers have gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. A nice shot by McCain. McCain's got 6.
Always able to see the complete floor. Maxey, great vision.
And you watch Tyrese Maxey, Clark. He's so good at creating offense.
Yeah, he can get that thing rack to rack and downhill in a heartbeat, BA. In the break and in the pick and roll, he puts tons of pressure on the defense because he's so quick. And he knows how to use angles, too. And he can shoot it from deep, so he's got the full package.
Wagner on the wing. He's covered by Oubre. Wagner, the pass to Wagner. Fast break, Philadelphia. And here's Edwards outside. Poke loose and out of bounds. The Magic will take it. .40 seconds left in the first half. Anthony feeling it out a bit. Pass to Black. Here's De Silva to stop the run. Gets the 3 ball to go. De Silva's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
When you can simply shoot over the defender, you've got it made.
Here's Maxey. No points so far. Oubre, a screen on Anthony. Here's McCain. Sends it home from 3-point land. And the 76ers lead by 4.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Philadelphia on top, up by 4. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Paolo Banchero with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got George. Joel Embiid is out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's Kyle Lowry, and it's Grimes in at the 2 guard. Pass to George. Embiid, a screen on Caldwell Pope. George passes to Lowry. Back to George. 3-pointer off the mark. Magic trail by 4. Here's Batase. No points yet. Banchero surveys. Fires the 3. The big man, Banchero, showing the range.
And I think we're going to see a lot of nights like this from Banchero. He is built to score and never seems to take a play off.
Here's Lowry. Pass to Grimes. The steal. Caldwell Pope with it. Here's Batase. Lowry against Suggs. Back to Batase. Now here's Banchero. Clock at 6. Isaac with a screen on George. Here's Banchero. And Embiid with the block.
Defensive instincts of Embiid on display there with the denial.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throw this game. And here's Lowry. 5 points in the game. Pass to Embiid. Drummond to screen on Isaac. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Grimes. And a miss there on the triple.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Picked by Isaac. For 3, Caldwell Pope. The rebound by Lowry.
Surprise surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
You know, Clark, something Kentavious Caldwell-Pope brings, that championship experience.
And every championship team has a guy like KCP, a guy who can make shots, who's always there, ultra reliable, plays both ends, doesn't step out of his role, and all he does is help you win championships. I love watching guys like that contribute in a meaningful way to championship teams. And he's a fun guy to watch because he does his job at a high level pretty much every night.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, this young Magic roster has chemistry. Coach Jamal Mosley said they're so tied together. It's just organic. They're happy in creating these relationships over time, and it's because they're all just good kids that like being around each other. Guys, that's what you want.
Yeah, no question. Something to build on, Allie. Thank you.
Attacking immediately. Caldwell-Pope fires the moment he finds his angle.
Lowry against Caldwell-Pope. Lowry, the pass to George. Pass to Embiid. George, a screen on Isaac. Kicks it to George. Off target with the three. Orlando has gone 7 of 13 from downtown so far in this game. Caldwell-Pope with it. Picked up by Lowry. Man, that's good. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope for three. Caldwell-Pope's got 6 points in the quarter. Here's George. Lowry outside. Embiid, a screen on Caldwell-Pope. Lowry, the pass to George. Lets the three fly. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
You know, George is unstoppable when he puts it all together like this.
Caldwell-Pope for three. And another three for Orlando.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Pass to Embiid. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Embiid's got 9 points.
Well, you know, that's the kind of competitive spirit Embiid plays with. I mean, if you knock one down on him, he's looking for you the next trip down.
Batadze, the pass to Suggs. Batadze with a screen. Tipped away. Lowry with a steal. George outside. Back to Lowry. Embiid, a screen on Banchero. To the left wing. Nice move. Out to Lowry. Lets it go from deep. The shot comes out. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of three. Philadelphia on top. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. The Wagner brothers on the floor. Franz at the 3, Mo in the middle. Then there's Anthony, and it's Black in at the 2 spot. That's who's out there for Orlando.
And Anthony has no off switch, which I like. He's adept at attacking defenses and drawing fouls.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. The Sixers leading. Here's McCain. No good on the 3. The Magic shooting 54% from the field so far in this one. Stripped it away. Here we go. The Sixers on the break. Out to Oubre. Let's go with a 3. Philadelphia with another miss.
At some point, you need to know when to stop shooting. Just too many misses piling up for him.
Pass to Anthony. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. And there's a pick. Here's De Silva. Clock at 6. Here's Black. Kicks it out to Wagner. Wagner outside. Wagner with a screen on Oubre. Second shot opportunity. Rebound by Philadelphia. Borna's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Edwards, a pass to Oubre. Edwards looking for an opening from downtown. It's hauled in by the Magic. Now here's Anthony. Wagner outside. Takes the 3. And it's Bona with a rebound. Bona's got 9 rebounds now. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th now. Here's McCain. He drops it from range. And the 76ers lead by 4.
Offense has been hard to come by so far. A much-needed bucket right there.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle, to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket. Finally.
Outside Maxey. Going inside. It's good. Maxey's got his first basket.
Maxey's showing great athleticism on his way to that finish at the rack.
Wagner for 3. Tries again. Wagner. And it's Bona with a rebound.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
To the right side. Maxey against Anthony. 3-pointer, no good. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. They played a great 4th quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. A line change here for Orlando. 1:51 left in the game. Suggs against Lowry. Caldwell Pope, a screen on Lowry. Suggs, the pass to Banchero. The 3-ball. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
Here's Embiid. Kicks it to George. Drummond with the screen. George against Suggs. 5 to shoot. Embiid passes to George. Embiid, a screen on Suggs. George, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Back to Banchero. Suggs surveys the D. And he buries it.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Now here's Embiid. Here's Maxey, guarded by Banchero. 34 seconds left in the final quarter. Pass to Batase on the wing. Suggs. And here's Banchero. Banchero the screen. Drummond passes to Lowry. Back to Drummond. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul of the game. For 3, Maxey. Oh, it goes! He got it off in time!
How about that one?
The winner at the...
Methodical pace, Brent, I think, in this one. What do you think?
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. Both of these teams love to run their offense in the half court. They'll slow things down. They'll love the setups. They'll try to manipulate a couple of the plays to get matchups they want. Neither side afraid to take it under 5 seconds on the shot clock, and that patience may pay off.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Damian Lillard. And there's Jackson, and it's Sims in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And it's Suggs missing. On offense here, the Bucks. It's a three-point game, and a deep three from Lillard. The rebound by Batadze.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And he's one of those guys that just keeps coming at you. Paolo Banchero is special.
Giannis sets a screen for Lillard. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's Orlando with the rebound. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Lillard against Suggs. Teardrop shot, and the layup good by Lillard. Lillard's got 5.
Well, the defense sinking and filling the lane, but Lillard stops short and floats one over the top.
Launches a 3, and again it's Orlando with the 3.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now, here's Lillard. 5 points in the game. Outside Jackson. Here's the screen. 6 on the shot clock, and it's blocked. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The Magic shooting their first free throw of the game. And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season, that's really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round. But it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle scars.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. No one near Suggs as he lets it go. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And as we see Suggs develop his game, you'll see more of this. Jalen with the ability to operate off ball.
Kuzma against Banchero. And it's Goga Bitadze with the foul. That's his first foul. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Lillard from outside. Rebounded by Isaac.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
For three, Caldwell Pope. Rebound, Milwaukee. Lillard left side. The shot, no good. And it's Orlando's ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Suggs with the ball. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Here's Banchero. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Banchero's got 8 points.
A dangerous score, really, from anywhere on the floor. Banchero has all the tools to be great.
It's good from long range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Magic leading by 4. Banchero a screen on Lillard. Caldwell Pope against Lillard. Fires for 3. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Looking back at Damian Lillard's time in Portland, what an incredible 11-year run. I mean, Brent, he was the team.
Yeah, unbelievable all-time great for the Portland Trailblazers. All-NBA 7 times, Kevin, the Blazers record. And no doubt one of the most beloved players that's ever put on a uniform in the great Pacific Northwest. But I know for Damian Lillard how competitive he is. He doesn't want to just rely on what it is he accomplished there. There's more to be done, and he wants to win at the highest level, and that's what he's looking to do.
The 3 is good, and he got fouled in the act of shooting. This could turn into a 4-point play. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why. Hey, Lillard has all the talent in the world. But, man, this guy is a great leader. Lots of charisma, and he holds his teammates accountable.
Now Lillard, after Jonathan Isaac's 3-pointer that didn't go. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And the Bucks with possession here after the missed 3 from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Jackson against Suggs. Banchero outside. Up in time. Paolo Banchero getting it done for Orlando. We witnessed him deliver. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, for the Magic, what jumps out to you so far, numbers-wise?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
The defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Bobby Portis out there with Brook Lopez. Then there's Prince. Then it's Gary Trent. And it's Connaughton in at the 3 slot. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
Here's Black, defended by Trent. Outside Anthony. Wagner outside. 5 on the clock. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Portis sets the pick for Trent. And a miss there on the triple. Magic leading by 6. Wagner outside. Pass to Wagner. Wagner as screen on Prince. Black. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Milwaukee has gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Franz Wagner grew up in Germany, but he says one of the reasons that I went to college in the U.S. was to learn a different mentality. The game is played more competitively, and talking trash is welcome. I had it in me deep down, but that brought it out more. And that combination of styles has helped him to this day. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. Bucks trail by 3. And stolen by Wagner. To the middle. And he jams it with authority.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
For 3, Portis. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Magic leading by 5. Anthony down low. Working on Prince. That one's in, his first shot this game. And Brent, you hear some players now having their shooting motion analyzed with optical recognition. More data for the shot doctors.
Well, Kevin, information is one thing, but disseminating that information and being able to communicate that to a player is really where the rubber meets the road. How are you going to help him grow with that kind of analysis?
Wagner from long range. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Bucks trail by 5. Here's Trent. Misses from short range. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Orlando Magic. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Pass to Wagner. There's a minute 47 left in the first half.
Oh, I thank you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Trent finds Connaughton. Portis sets the pick for Connaughton. Here's the 3. Portis can't get it to go.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up, official. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
At the line for 2, Da Silva. The play is under video review.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the... And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen.
I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
That free throw, no good. So he comes up empty at the line.
That's a strange trip because typically he's pretty much money from there.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Connaughton with the screen on Anthony. Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Trent.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And Anthony gets it to go.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Trent gets the bucket.
And Portis knows this system well. Try to make the good to great pass.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Wagner from long range. And Lopez pulls it down. Bucks trail by 7. It's Trent on the wing, covered by Anthony. Back to Trent. Off target at the rim. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Magic lead by 7. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Isaac out there with Banchero. And it's Bitadze in at the 5. That's who's out there for Orlando. To the wing right side. Takes a 3. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Such a selfless guy. Caldwell Pope's focus on the floor is on the team's success.
From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star grade in 2024. Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
That 3 off the mark. Bucks trail by 13. Kuzma inside. He's covered by Isaac. Lillard against Suggs. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Jackson. Can't hit that one. Orlando leading by 13. Isaac with a screen for Caldwell Pope. No good that time.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
The first one falls.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Suggs against Giannis. Banchero outside. Isaac with a screen for Banchero. Wide open look. And the jumper is on the mark. Banchero's got the lead up to 13 now for the Magic.
Excellent work in the screen and roll. Banchero solid at knowing when to shoot in those sets.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, last season the Magic extended Coach Jamal Mosley's contract through 2028. He said, it's not about me. I just want each one of these guys to reach their full potential. This game has been good to all of us. I want to be part of maximizing how great they can be on and off the court. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you.
Retaliation triple from KCP.
Lillard, the pass to Jackson. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Lillard against Suggs. 3-pointer. And no good that time. Bucks trail by 13. To the inside. The Bucks working the ball around. Sims dishes to Jackson. Pass to Sims. Back to Jackson. Over Caldwell Pope. Not enough on that one as it misses. Magic leading by 13. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Wagner, count that one. Wagner's got 6 points.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And the Bucks miss again. And it's Orlando's ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Anthony finds Wagner. Takes the three. Rebounded by the Bucks. Here's Trent. Sinks that one from the post. He's got 12.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Wagner against Prince. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Wagner outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Wagner's got his second bucket of the game to go.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Here's Prince. And the dunk by Prince.
How about Taurean Prince getting up there and slamming it down?
And here's Wagner. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Wagner's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And so it's Orlando looking at a 13-point lead. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Gary Trent is out there with Taurean Prince. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Connaughton in at the threesome. And here's Prince outside. Good on the three-point shot.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
Wagner as screen on Prince. Lets the three fly. And it's Wagner missing. Bucks trail by 13. Here's Connaughton.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Prince against Anthony. And it's Prince penetrating. Shot clock at 6. Here's Lopez. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Too much. Defense unable to slow Lopez down.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Magic?
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the three ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
And you want to talk about ball distribution. They've been dominating that aspect of the game. I think there's a bunch of bankers out there. They're dropping dime after dime.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
Finally got themselves in the trenches. Momentum completely shifted now. We've got a tight one here in the final period.
Pass to De Silva. Wagner against Connaughton. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Portis, and it's Milwaukee's ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Prince with the ball. Now Anthony defending. Trent passes to Portis. Back to Trent. Fires from deep. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Seems to be taking it on his shoulders aggressively to shrink this lead. They really needed those points.
really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Antetokounmpo's checked in. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for...
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. And getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Trent's checked in for Damian Lillard, and he makes both free throws.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Trent finds Portis. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Really taking advantage of every scoring opportunity. They've somehow found a way to make this thing exciting.
Banchero is screened for Suggs. Here's Isaac. Good on the shot. Isaac's got his first points in this one.
And they just refuse to go away and really have slowly worked themselves back into the game.
And here's Isaac. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Isaac, a screen on Giannis. Pass to Isaac. Ball's not loose. Outside Portis. Giannis outside. The rebound by Bataze. Bataze's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. Drills the three-pointer. And now a 10-point Magic lead.
And this is what everyone wants to see. Banchero is attacking without hesitation on the offensive end.
We've got 1:18 left in the 4th. Good work there as it goes.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Driving to the basket. And Suggs throws it down.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Magic.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Paolo Banchero.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates, and the wrecking ball on both ends.
Banchero against Prince. Back to Suggs. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
3rd team foul.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 9. Both free throws good from Suggs.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Trent can't hit. Jackson against Isaac. Caldwell Pope outside. A three-pointer is right on target. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have...
will get a clean game. These guys have been around for a while and know how to take care of the basketball.
And the Milwaukee starting five. Lillard and Trent Jr. are the guards. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. And it's Kuzma in at the three. Lowry, the pass to Embiid. The three. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Well, this is a big part of Embiid's game. A very good three-point shooter.
The drive by Antetokounmpo. And that one drops for him.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. And when I brought up Giannis Antetokounmpo, Coach was full of admiration, saying it's always going to be difficult when you're playing Giannis. Not only is he one of the best players this league has, but he's also a fierce competitor. Guys, it sounds like he knows what he's up against.
Thanks for that, Allie.
Throw it up to the rim and let Giannis hammer it home. Never a bad idea.
The kick out to Kuzma. Oh, stolen by Embiid. Pass to Lowry. There's the three. George outside. Launches a three. Buries it from three.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
We know how great Joel Embiid is, but he simply hasn't been as effective in the postseason.
Part of that is because of all the defensive attention he gets. We know things tighten up in the postseason and things become much more challenging. That's why he needs a better supporting cast.
Philadelphia has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. To the wing, right side. Here's Grimes. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. It's going to go on Gary Trent.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
And he's good on the second. And he makes all 3. The Bucks have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Lopez, the screen. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Kicks it to George. Back to Embiid. Shot clock at 6. Philadelphia with another miss.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Good chance here for Antetokounmpo. And it's Milwaukee scoring again.
And I love the balance for Lillard between scoring and passing. That time finding his teammate for the great look.
Three-pointer Embiid. The Sixers with another miss. The Bucks have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. And Giannis with the dunk.
A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's George. He has 6. And the call will be against Kyle Kuzma. That's his first foul. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the 76ers.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
A scoring machine. There's just no shot Embiid's afraid to take.
George finds Drummond. .143 left to play in the first. And that one drops.
I'll tell you, I wouldn't want to draw Drummond as my assignment inside. You body him up, hack him, it still has no effect on him.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Give him 8. Trent with a screen on Lowry. The 3, here's Lillard. Nails it from 3.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Here's Drummond. Back to Embiid. From deep. It's George on the wing. Pass to Lowry. Back to George. Fires the 3. Knocks down the long J. George has got 9.
Gets the ball and takes the shot. It's that easy for Paul George.
There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. screen by Antetokounmpo. It's Kuzma with the miss. The Sixers lead by 4. Embiid passes to Drummond. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez.
Just an effective shot blocker. Lopez using all of that 7 feet, and he does a great job of picking his spots.
The shot by Lillard, no good. And Embiid has got the ball here for the 76ers. Pass to George. Now Drummond. Here's Lowry. George outside, and here's Embiid. It could go. No good. Misses at the buzzer. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from Philadelphia, what do you guys think?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Their points came almost exclusively from beyond the arc, and as this game continues, that should open up the floor for the rest of their offense.
We've got Edwards. He's out there with Kelly Oubre, and it's McCain in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard, who said people wanted to just click right away, but when you put 2 guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. Ian?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks. Here's McCain. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Bucks trail by 7. The 3 from Prince. Over to the wing. Here's Rollins. And the 3-pointer goes.
Draw them in and kick it out. Great execution to open up an easy look from outside.
And here's Edwards outside. Connects from downtown. Edwards got himself on the board with a 3 there.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Sims. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Those are some hustle points. Really bonus points when you put in a miss.
And the call will be against Bobby Portis. That's his first foul of the game.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Here's McCain. The 3-pointer off the mark.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Edwards against Prince. It's stolen by Maxey. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Fires from deep. On target from range. And the 76ers lead by 8. Richard, you evolved as a shooter over the course of your career. Talk about developing shooting in the NBA game.
Well, it dictates what kind of offense you can run. You don't need a bunch of good shooters, but if you've only got 1 or 2, your interior play better be strong.
Here's McCain. Launches it. The rebound by the Bucks. Sims has got 5 rebounds in the game. And here's Green from the arc. And it's Bono with a rebound. The Sixers lead by 5. Edwards for 3. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. It's tipped. Maxey with it. Green picks him up. Outside Edwards. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Sims. Sims has got his 6th rebound on the night. It's Prince on the wing. From downtown. That one misses. He's 1 for 3. A minute 58 left in the second quarter. Fires the 3. And Maxey the bucket on the assist from Edwards. Maxey's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And what a breakout 4th year for Tyrese Maxey. Named to his first All-Star game in 2024, Richard.
When the Sixers traded away James Harden, it really opened up things for Maxey. Gave him the ball more responsibility, and you know what? He showed up.
Now here's Maxey. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game. Hits the 3-pointer.
Heads up on the money pass by Maxey. Great vision.
Green against Oubre. Green, the pass to Rollins. And there's the screen. Unloads from 13. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Rollins has got 5 points.
And you can expect him to make it when the D is trash like that.
Outside Edwards from the arc. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Rollins. From outside, off the mark. The Sixers lead by 9. Pass to McCain from behind the arc. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Sims has got rebound number 7 tonight. The 3 for Prince. Drills it from deep. He has 6.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Here's McCain. Puts up a deep 3. An absolute bomb from 3-point range.
You can tell Maxey enjoys moving the ball. He likes setting up other guys.
Prince finds Green. The 3. Good work defensively by Oubre. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Green.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
And so we wrap up the first half. The Sixers on top, up 9. All right, Allie. All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Paul George has been sensational.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
So on the floor for Milwaukee, inside we have Giannis and Lopez. Lillard and Trent Jr. are the guards, and it's Kuzma in at the 3. Trent outside. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. The Sixers lead by 12. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Grimes pulls it down.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
George's shot is off. Oh, and a fast break for the Bucks. And the Bucks miss again. Takes a 3. They grab their own miss. Lowry, the pass to George. And so it looks like it'll be Philadelphia ball. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in.
Yeah, it seems like George could do this all night. He just keeps finding shots.
Trent for 3. Yes, great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one. Embiid with it. And the 3 off target.
Not himself from range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
With an MVP trophy under his belt, Joel Embiid has only become more dominant, RJ.
I think that 2023 MVP increased his confidence. It allowed him to feel like he really was the best player in the world. And I think it motivated him to keep pushing himself. And the results speak for themselves because the stats, they back that up.
Embiid, a screen on Antetokounmpo. Nice shot by George.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
From deep, and George gets it to go on the assist from Embiid. George has got 9 points in the quarter.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Gets the three to fall.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Grant, Kyle Kuzma is an instinctual scorer who gets it done in a variety of ways.
He's especially skilled inside the painted area, but he's a capable shooter from mid-range and beyond the arc. Plus, he's someone you can rely on in the clutch.
And the 76ers going with a whole new group out there. So Milwaukee going with almost an entirely new group here. Sims, he's checked in for Lopez. Bobby Portis comes in for Antetokounmpo. Prince is checked in for Trent. And it's Rollins in for Lillard. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Bucks.
That was okay, let's say that was an odd play. You don't see missed connections like that too often.
Green's checked in for the Bucks. Buries it down low. Green's got his first 2 points. The Sixers lead by 16. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, the NBA draft is now split over 2 days. Commissioner Adam Silver said second-round picks have become increasingly important, and this allows teams more time between those picks, as well as a chance to reassess after the first round. Also, given the level of interest, it merited primetime coverage and exposure.
All right, Allie, thank you. It's been a hit. And here's Edwards outside, and it's blocked. And so it looks like it'll be Philadelphia ball. The ball's knocked loose. Pass to McCain. The three is up. Milwaukee with the rebound. Oh, and a fast break for the Bucks. And here's Green from the arc. Knocks down the triple. Green's got 5 points.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Bucks trail by 16. Maxey on the wing. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Bucks. Sims has got 9 rebounds now. Pass to McCain. Edwards a screen on Prince. Here's McCain. Drains the triple. McCain's got 6 in the quarter.
He's been a piece of the puzzle tonight, but it's a team effort. Everyone's contributing to this lead.
Green, the pass to Rollins. It's Portis, high post. Over Edwards. Portis' shot is off. Fires the three. Edwards can't hit. Here's Prince. And that's not going to go. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Edwards out there with Kelly Oubre. Then it's Maxey, and it's Bona in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Here's Rollins. No good on the triple. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin of the game.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Here's McCain. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's going to make you pay.
Here's Prince. And it's Bona with a rebound. Bona's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Right wing. Here's McCain. Leaner from distance. And here's another one for the Sixers.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. So both teams making some changes here. Antetokounmpo for three. Nails it from beyond the arc.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Embiid passes to George. To the right side. Here's McCain, defended by Lillard. Pass to Drummond. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Milwaukee is gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. And there is the whistle. That goes on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Embiid, a screen on Trent. To the paint. Drummond passes to Embiid. There's the three. Out to the right wing. Here's McCain. That one falls, coming off a Drummond feed. Drummond's got 3 assists in the game.
He is pouring it in this quarter. Maybe double team him, shoot at this point in time, triple team the dude.
That's his second personal foul.
And the Bucks making a change here. Portis is checked in.
Bobby Portis.
Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. They set the pick. Fires from deep. McCain shot is off.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
The long strides of Giannis help him get down the court fast. A lethal player in transition.
The Bucks have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. And Kyle Lowry is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc.
With his quickness and instincts, Lowry can apply intense pressure as a defender. Not a guy you want on you.
And the foul on Gary Trent. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Yeah, I think he's letting his emotions get the better of him on that foul.
It's stolen by Trent. Going all the way to the rack. A deep three. Drummond grabs the miss.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
Trent from long range drills it from deep.
And you know Lillard loves setting up his guys. He's got a great eye for where to move the ball.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's McCain, guarded by Trent. Out to Lowry. Pass to Drummond. Three-pointer.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the 76ers.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Paul George.
He was just everywhere for them on both ends, really, just showing a lot of aggressiveness and intensity.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Philadelphia.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
Yeah, all throughout the game, the opposition hasn't been able to keep them off the glass, and they're paying for it, giving up second chance points.
Prince is checked in for Connaughton. Lillard, and the dunk by Lillard.
What an athletic play from Lillard. More than capable of just jamming it down.
And the foul called on Paul George. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Third team foul.
And here's Milwaukee now. Lillard with the ball. And Drummond picks him up defensively. And the foul on Gary Trent. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the line for two. An MVP in this league, Richard, Joel Embiid. Is there any way to slow this guy down?
The answer, no, B.A. There is no way to slow him down. He's got the unique ability of size, skill, athleticism. You name it, he's got it.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and he drains the quick shot. 24 seconds left in the fourth. No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
Buries it from three.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Knocked loose and stolen by Antetokounmpo. And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
And a second look at that rejection, taking no prisoners on defense there.
Yeah, what a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win, showing that they're the far superior.
is it for these teams to possess it?
Yeah, especially with the amount of injuries we see happen every season. It's so critical that teams have players that are ready to step up and produce and really allow you to not have to change the way you play.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Banchero out there with Jonathan Isaac. And it's Bitadze in at the 5. Now here's Caldwell Pope. Sinks the triple.
Yeah, defenses beware. You have to close out hard on KCP and disrupt his rhythm.
George passes to Grimes. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by the Magic. Suggs with the ball. Now defended by Embiid. Suggs dishes to Banchero. The 3. Rebound Andre Drummond. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Well, Coach Van Gundy, you spent a number of seasons with the Orlando Magic franchise. And looking back at that time, what stands out?
Well, Kevin, what stands out for most coaches in jobs, we actually won a lot there, and the winning stands out. I coached a great group of players, inherited not only talent, but guys of high character. It was winning, and it was fun.
You did a lot of winning down there.
We did.
No one near Banchero as he lets it go. Can't connect from long distance. And here's George. Pass to Embiid. Fires the 3. They get it again. Suggs with the steal. Now here's Isaac. Caldwell Pope outside. Poked away. And now the 76ers on the break. Embiid wide open. Gets a very good look and converts.
And Embiid being assertive offensively, wasting no time in getting that one.
Here's Banchero. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Caldwell Pope against Lowry. Caldwell Pope outside. Hits it from 3-point range. Caldwell Pope's got 6.
And just a smooth customer off that pick and roll. KCP making a quick assessment and decides to take it for himself.
Now here's Embiid. Embiid with a screen on Isaac. George with the ball. Isaac picks him up. Embiid from outside. Sinks the 3-pointer. Embiid's got his second basket of the game.
Come on, Joel Embiid. I mean, 7-footers are not supposed to shoot like that.
Lowry against Caldwell Pope. Shoots the 3. And it's Banchero missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
George looking over the floor. 3-pointer by Embiid. The rebound by Bitadze. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Isaac a screen on George. Banchero, that's good. He's got 6.
And he's got a nice fluid motion on his long-range shots. I think Banchero will be a consistent 3-point shooter at the NBA level.
Embiid finds George. A second chance effort. Outside for Lowry. Here's Grimes. Hasn't made one yet.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Suggs with the ball. Isaac passes to Caldwell Pope. Isaac a screen on George. Pocket 4. Here's Suggs. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. George sets a screen for Embiid. Outside, George. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Hits the three-point bomb. It's all tied in Philadelphia. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
On the court for Orlando. Both on the floor at the 3 and 5. It's the Wagner brothers, Franz and Mo. Cole Anthony is out there with Black. And it's De Silva in at the 4-man position. Back to Edwards. Here's the triple. Another three for Philadelphia.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Wagner from long range. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
GA, when you look at the development of Franz Wagner, what now is the next step for him?
Kevin, for me, it's the three-point shooting, specifically becoming more efficient out there. And I also think he's going to have to become a better passer, ball mover. I got total confidence he'll get there because the rest of his game is complete.
Anthony finds Wagner. It's up a three. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. The three. McCain's shot is off. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the Magic retired the first jersey number in their franchise's history, that of our esteemed colleague and Hall of Famer, Shaquille O'Neal. Orlando's #1 pick back in 1992. Shaq went on to lead them to their first NBA Finals appearance in 1995. The honor is well-deserved, Kevin.
Yep, he's our teammate, isn't he, David? We love him as a guy, and we love him as a player. And that one's good, Wagner.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Here's McCain. Nothing on the board. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Orlando leading by 3. Wagner outside. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by Edwards. 76ers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Here's McCain. The 76ers with another miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Wagner from long range. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4. Stan, we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there's so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answers. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double team him, send the second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their team.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
Wagner passes to Wagner. And finished off by Wagner.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Long range from the inbound. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's a nice dish. A lot of times the best way to put the ball in the right spot is with that bounce pass.
Here's Black. And again, it's Orlando converting. There's 47 seconds left now here in the second. Pass to McCain. There's the pick. Driving in. Edwards kicks to Maxey. Here's Bona. He's defended by Wagner. Launches it. A nice shot by McCain. McCain's got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Up top, Maxey. Pass to McCain. Jacks up a three. Another three for Philadelphia.
You guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Magic lead by 1. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Orlando leading. Joel Embiid out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's George. Then there's Lowry. And it's Grimes in at the 2. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. George with no one around. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And George is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot player. Measuring the shot before receiving the pass, you can't guard that.
The 76ers shooting about 42% so far. Lowry from outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Lowry's got the lead up to 5 now for Philadelphia. And Suggs throws it down.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Caldwell Pope with it. Lowry picks him up. And Caldwell Pope good for 3. Caldwell Pope's got it all tied up now for the Magic. Embiid, the pass to George. Embiid sets the pick for George. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. The first overall pick, and Stan, we have seen this kid, 6'10" Paolo Banchero. How impressive have you assessed his passing skill?
Well, Kevin, it was the thing that surprised me most about him when he came in the NBA. I knew he could put the ball on the floor and attack the basket, get to the free throw line, but he is one of the best big playmakers in this league, making the game easier for all of his teammates.
Wow, what a great asset.
You aren't kidding.
Back to Isaac. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 5. 3-pointer. Buries it from 3-point range. And now a 3-point Orlando lead.
Caldwell Pope taking over this game. Tremendous confidence he's displaying in his ability.
Embiid dishes to George. The 76ers with another miss.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Caldwell Pope finds Suggs. For the 3, connects from 3-point range. Suggs has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest up low.
From deep, George. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Banchero against Embiid. This one for 3. And it's Banchero missing.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
They get it back. Outside for George. Lowry a screen on Banchero. The shot by George, no good.
and there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. Magic Superstar says it's like anything in life. It's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin. Just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. VA thanks. Lowry kicks to George. Puts up a three. Another three for Philadelphia.
Calm and cool from distance. George really confident from beyond.
For three, Caldwell Pope bangs home the trifecta. Caldwell Pope's got 9 points now in just the second half. Lowry passes to George. Embiid in the corner. Outside for George. There's a good screen. Offensive rebound, and Embiid is right there.
He just knows where to go. Embiid positioning himself perfectly to get the putback.
Now, here's Suggs. He's covered closely. Isaac with a screen for Caldwell Pope. Over Lowry. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so in the game for the Magic, both on the floor at the 3 and 5, it's the Wagner brothers, Franz and Mo. Black is out there with Anthony, and it's De Silva in the power forward. And that's a foul called on Franz Wagner. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Oubre sets the screen for Maxey. Pass to McCain. Maxey kicks to Edwards. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Magic shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Back to Maxey. To take the lead. Buries the long-range jumper. Maxey's got himself on the board with 3 there. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the 76ers.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And not just that, they're also forcing turnovers at a high rate and taking advantage in transition.
Maxey finds Edwards. Edwards a screen on Wagner from downtown. Kept alive. Launches a 3. Rebounded by Anthony. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Magic. Pass to Wagner. For 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Edwards a screen on Wagner. Here is Edwards. Oubre sets the screen for Edwards. Good on the triple. And the 76ers lead by 3.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Anthony left side. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Anthony's got the game tied up here for the Magic.
Well, that's basically a warm-up 3 for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attempt.
Out to Edwards. to McCain. And that's a foul. It's called on Cole Anthony. That'll be his second foul of the game. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. There's the pick. Outside, George. Traps in the tray.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
And a cold-blooded triple to calm this crowd down after what looked like a huge three at the other end.
Drummond with a screen on Isaac. Embiid, the pass to Drummond. At the top of the key, Lowry. Pocket six. Outside, George. Lowry setting the pick for George. Shot is good off the back rim and in. 14 points for Paul George.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Three-pointer by Embiid. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
Oh, come on. You cannot let that happen in this situation.
Orlando's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's Suggs. Caldwell Pope outside. There's the screen. Pass to Banchero. To take the lead. Tyrese Maxey grabs the miss.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Three-pointer. Now here's Caldwell Pope. Over Maxey. Good! A huge shot to tie it up.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Now Maxey. Pass to George. Embiid with a screen on Suggs. To win it. Oh, it's no good. And we're headed to overtime. And regulation now. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Banchero. And it's Bitadze in at the center position. It's so easy, Coach, to highlight the athleticism, but there's certainly a mental aspect to the game as well. I know you value that as a coach.
You can never, Kevin, overestimate how important intelligence is. I was in the NBA, or have been around the NBA for 30 years, and I have never seen one really good player who wasn't really smart.
To the left wing, lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Caldwell Pope for 3. They get it back. Here's the 3. Gets that one through the hole, making now 7 of 13 in this game. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 so far in their 3-point attempts in overtime. Drummond sets the screen for Maxey. Rebound by the Magic. Bitadze's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Now, here's Suggs. Back to Caldwell Pope. Just 5 on the clock. To take the lead. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. George with the screen on Isaac. George against Banchero. And Paul George, good for the 3. And the 76ers lead by 3.
And we know George can score from all 3 levels, which is why he's
hits the three-point bomb.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Drummond kicks it out to Maxey. There's the triple. Nails the tray.
So poised in these situations. Love seeing Maxey rise to the occasion and knock that one down.
Banchero is screened for Caldwell Pope. Banchero dishes to Caldwell Pope over Lowry. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Here's Suggs. It's Drummond with the rebound. It's tipped. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Out to the right wing. Suggs against Drummond. The tray. To the wing on the left. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And here's Banchero. Caldwell Pope with the screen on George. To tie. It's off. So it's the 76ers taking the win in a close game. Hey, Scoop. Much appreciated, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.